Hey everyone, it is good to be here. I had a few minutes before my Women's Technology Integration Collaborative, so I thought I would say hello. So let me know in chat if you are here. Today I'm talking about AI. Shocking, I know. Yeah, about AI and how we can make it work more effectively for us. So let me know in chat, are you the type of person who is using AI, you think effectively, right? You're, "Hey, Tina." You're, feeling like, "Yeah, my AI, whether it's ChatGPT or Claude or Perplexity or whichever one you're using, knows my voice. It's writing articles for me. Hey, Rose." I'm using it really well. I've done the things, I've set up my voice inside of the whatever agent you're using, and yeah, I'm writing my blog articles, they sound pretty much like me, and yet nothing's happening, right? I'm posting stuff on Substack, I'm posting stuff on LinkedIn, I'm posting stuff wherever, and I'm really not getting much visibility out of it. And yeah, I was just listening to, I'll grab the link, it's somewhere, I'll find it. I was listening to Ali K. Miller the other day, and it was really interesting. It was affirming because one of the things that she talks about, let me grab the link for y'all. One of the things she talks about is, before you start with AI, there's some work that you need to do first on yourself. There we go. I'm just popping the link into chat. There's some work that you need to do on yourself first. And it's really about knowing who you are. Hey, Michael, knowing who you are, knowing what your voice is, and then starting with your voice. So I recently wrote an article about how I created a whole business out of a cold call. Someone calling me cold. It was more not, it was a cold lead, not a cold call. But anyway, inbound is what I'm trying to say. It's early for me here still. And why it worked so effectively, I think, is because I didn't come at it from a place of, oh, I'm going to use this for AI. Although I think in some way my mind thinks that way all the time. Like, how can I use this? But really, it was an inbound call. So I guess it wasn't that cold. It was an inbound call. She had actually found me through GEO on the work that I've been doing around LinkedIn, and she reached out to me, and yeah, we had a cold call, which is my favorite kind. Hey, Robin. So and I recorded it because I record all my calls, because I like to follow up and have all the notes. And I think by now, pretty much any tool we use, whether it's Zoom or Microsoft Meetings or whatever you use for meetings, I think they all record. So we all have hours and hours and hours of our voice, right? And so I did this intake call, and later on I was like, okay, well, I don't actually offer this service anymore. It was about LinkedIn and corporate training, which I used to do so much of. I mean, I really, like, 3 years ago, I'm like, no more, never again." But it was a really cool company. I thought, well, maybe for that company, it's a small startup, it's their entrepreneurs, it's completely in my wheelhouse. I mean, they had a really cool name. I'm like, "Okay, maybe I could do something." So rather than coming at it like, "Okay, I'm gonna create something using AI," I took this intake call, the prospecting call, and popped it in, and the recording, right? By the way, for those of you who use Calendly, um, Calendly records now, and I gotta say, I like the recording and the transcripts and everything from Calendly even more than I do from Zoom. I mean, I do it on Zoom, but because I book most of my calls through Calendly, um, it records in both places, so the recordings are just faster and easier to access on Calendly, so little ninja trick, and, the transcripts are faster and easier to grab. So, not that I'm giving up Zoom and Zoom calls and that kind of thing, for sure I'm not, but, just a little ninja trick there for those of you who have Calendly, the premium version, it's like $100 a year or something like that. Hey, Jim. Oh my god, I'm verklempt. Hey, Jim. For people who use, Calendly, the premium, check out their recording, because it's not just taking notes, it's actually giving you the recording, which then you can send to the person if you want to. So it's kind of cool. Croatia. Oh man, I love Croatia. I need to visit you. I need to visit you in Croatia. That's amazing. So yeah, little ninja trick there. So I took this video, audio, video, transcript, the whole thing. And I created the summary for them. And then I thought, oh yeah, duh. A while ago, I created a proposal skill. I'm a Claude user. So a while ago, I created a proposal skill. So I'll run it through my proposal skill. Well, my proposal skill is very much aligned with my real business. I shouldn't say my real business, with my business now, which is around women using AI and technology and LinkedIn and Calendly and Whisperflow and all the cool tools to really elevate their business and get their voices out there in a more effective way. So when I ran this call through that proposal skill, it was really trying to make it fit, but it wasn't fitting because this was corporate B2B LinkedIn training, right? So I'm like, okay, I'll just rewrite my skill. So I love Claude for this. And I know you can do this with GPTs, and I'm not a Perplexity or a Gemini user, but I'm assuming they have the same similar features, right? So I took my proposal skill and I said, okay, Claude, here's my proposal skill. I need a version of this for B2B corporate LinkedIn training for, startups less than 50 people. And I kind of had a LinkedIn offer on my website. Again, very much skewed to helping women find their voice and their visibility on LinkedIn. Brief commercial. With my paid Substacks, I'm going to start doing LinkedIn tips and LinkedIn video, since we can now finally share screen going live. So just a little commercial. This is obviously free for everybody, what I'm rambling on about right now, but I will be doing those for my paid group. Anyway, so, and I just did a basic LinkedIn search on like everything that I had done in the past 20 years, which is about 8,000 pages of information, and pulled in some of that information too. And so it rewrote my skills for me, which was cool. So it rewrote my skill. So now I have a LinkedIn proposal skill in seconds. Like, it blows my mind how fast this works, right? So then I ran that transcript through that new proposal skill again, and it came out with this really sexy proposal. Like, dude, it was referencing what she was saying. It was pulling in their points of pain, like all of the stuff I'd already forgotten from our meeting, honestly. And even though like I still take, physical notes from my meetings, I didn't catch a lot of it and I didn't catch the nuance. But the voice recording, which again, it was just me having a conversation with a prospect, it captured that, which was really, really powerful. Created this beautiful, beautiful proposal. So there's tip number 3 or 4, whatever tip we're on by now. I don't even know. Created this beautiful proposal. And then I was looking at it and I'm like, crap. If they go, especially the CEO, et cetera, if they go back to my website, I'm never going to get hired for this gig because it's all women and voice and happiness and empowerment, which is awesome. And I love that, but it was definitely not B2B focused. So I'm like, okay, well, I've been playing around with Claude Design, which is claude.ai/designer. Or is it just design? I think it's /designer. It's in beta mode. It's kind of hinky and you don't get many tokens and you can't build much with it, but I'm like, I'll give it a try. So literally took the offer, which was now defined very clearly in the proposal, because the proposal skill pulled that out, gave it the offer and said, build me a website. I decided to stick with my colors and everything. So while it was building me a website, I go back into Claude, same chat with the proposal, and said, oh, by the way, I need a LinkedIn. I need a LinkedIn bio again, because again, my bio has shifted significantly over the past 3 years. I need a LinkedIn bio that would align very well with this. So it went in and it did all the searching online and it pulled all the, the books that I've written about LinkedIn and places I've traveled and some recommendations and testimonials and things like that. So it pulled it together, a nice little bio I could put in there. I had a picture I could pop in there. That part was easy. Go back into Claude Designer. My website's done and it's pretty damn good. In fact, you know what? I'm going to pop it in for you. Give me 1 second, folks. Yeah, I was just like, "Are you kidding me right now?" So, there it is. So I ended up building it out completely, like, I took that and popped it into Claude Code. Boom, there we go. I took that and I popped it into, or did I do Lovable? Now I honestly can't remember. It might have been Lovable because I had some extra credits. It was probably it was Okay, I really don't know. I don't know. It was either Lovable or Claude Code. It was one of them. Anyway, popped the HTML in there and said, "Build this as a real website." Um, and again, in just a few minutes, it had built the website. So you can see it there, the LinkedIn profile engine. I should have named it something else. But anyway, uh, yeah, it's a pretty I can share screen, can't I? Um, yeah, let me do that. Let me do that. Boom, share the screen right now. Let's do the entire screen. Let's do this one. Let's share it and let's go here. I think it's sharing my wrong screen. Oops, let's not share that screen. Ah, stop. Okay, now it's sharing the right screen. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is the website it built. Now, to be fair, you can really tell a Claude, or maybe it was Lovable, I don't remember. You can tell a Claude and Lovable website. I mean, they're good and they're sexy, but it's pretty clear. But I don't care. Like this, check out this website it built me. So then I go back in, I grab this link and I added it to the proposal, and I haven't heard back from them. Okay, to be fair, I haven't heard back from them, but I was just, like, blown away, and I think let me stop sharing. I think one of the reasons that thank you, Tina. I think one of the reasons that it worked so well was because we started literally with my voice. We started with my voice, and that's what I wanna come back to. So, again, I would highly recommend watching the Allie K. Miller. The whole thing's worth seeing. It's about 24 minutes in that she talks about, the necessity of making your voice clear, and samesies. Like, that is what I've been saying from the beginning. Like, AI is great, but it sounds absolutely robotic, but and more importantly, you won't get the responses that you want if you're not starting from you, right? If you're going in there and going, "Write me a LinkedIn article about women in transition," it's gonna go and grab great information from everybody who's talking about women in transition, women pivoting their businesses, whatever, and you're gonna sound like freaking everybody else, and everybody's gonna be able to see that that's what you did, because your content looks like everybody else's content out there, and then it's just not gonna have any stickiness. No stickiness at all. So let me give you the 3 documents that, Allie highly recommends. And I think I can pop these into chat one at a time. Okay, now to be fair, I did pop Allie's after listening to the whole thing, I did pop Allie's, will that send the whole thing? Yeah, good. I did pop Allie's, transcript into Claude and asked it, like, back at 24 minutes, "Can you pull out the 3 things that she recommended that we all have?" So, number 1 is your personal constitution. Who are you at your core? What are your values? What are your operating principles? How do you think? How do you make decisions with Claude? No. Okay, think pre-AI. Actually, when you're answering these questions, think pre-AI. Think, way back in the 2021s. Who are you at your core? What are your values, your operating principles? In fact, this is a small no, that's actually not it. Because I actually walk my talk. There we go. Actually use this to journal in the morning. So I've created my own journal. And I now have oh yeah, for the dudes. For the dudes. I now have one for men too. Yay. The ladies' journal, the men's journal. They're called something different. They're basically exactly the same. Um, but one of the first things I talk about in the video, I'm sorry, in the journal is, what are your top core values? Like, and that's the first thing that Allie asked for too. Like, what are your core values? What moves you? What's your why? What gets you up in the morning, etc. And I'm sure a lot of us have done the work, and so we have this somewhere. We've all gone for like a 3-day weekend and worked on ourselves, right? So bring that stuff in. You can even take pictures of your journal, of your notes, and upload them into your AI and say, transcribe this and summarize it for me. So your values, what makes your why, your operating values, right? How you think, how you make decisions. This is not like goal focused, because we have a goals document too. This is not goal focused, it's not time sensitive. It's really like, who have you been your whole life? And hey, if you have your, I forget what it's called, the INFP, JNFK, that thing. If you know your Enneagram, if you know your secret keys, like what, if you know your moon is in Sagittarius, like whatever, like put that shit in there. Oh, I swore. Put that stuff in there, because it's a deeper dive on who you are. And a lot of us have already done this. And a lot of us are using these documents in our AI, which is amazing. You can create a project and upload these documents. You can put it into the core part of your making sure I got time before my next class. Yeah. It's the core in our settings. So we've got these documents, but we have to make sure they're up to date, and we have to make sure that it's really capturing all of who we are. It's basically, here's who I am, here's how I operate, and here's what I stand for. And I think about Claude, right? And I think about Anthropic. And what do they stand for? They stand for personal voice. They stand for personal freedom. They don't stand for spying on people and flying drones. That's why I switched over, right? From Okay, not to get political, but that's why I switched over, honestly, from ChatGPT to Claude, and I'm so glad I did, because I'm freaking loving Claude more than I ever loved ChatGPT. But because it's who they stood for. So what do you stand for? And ironically, you can ask Claude to help you with this, right? You can dump all the stuff in and then say, here's my Enneagram, here's my secret keys number, here's my astrology chart, here's my why, here's what I discovered about myself on that one mushroom weekend, whatever it is, you can add that stuff in there or not. Okay, so that's number one. That's the first document that you need to have. The second document is your goals document. And this obviously is not, or this is something you have to update all the time. Like your personal constitution, that's probably evergreen. It's not going to change too much, because it's who you've been your whole life. But the goals document, that's going to change annual, quarterly, even monthly, right? And I wouldn't add just business goals in there, personal goals too, because what we're finding out, and especially with AI and how AI is helping us blend, and it's giving us some time back, or we're going down rabbit holes and have less time, one or the other. But ideally, it's giving you more time. And how are you going to spend that time? I think it was Allie in another call that I was listening to, that she was talking about, okay, you need to be really clear, because when you start automating all of your stuff, and you're getting all this time back, are you going to spend all that time like building more apps? Guilty. Or are you going to exercise more? Are you going to do more family vacations? Are you going to maybe use some of that time to have family dinners? Like, think about these things. So what are your goals? Not just business, but personal. What are the habits you're building? What are some habits you need to drop? Let me pop this into chat for y'all. What are some habits you need to drop? Netflix and chillaxing. Um, there we go. That's the second document. Excuse me. So, yeah, so what are some goals that you wanna set for yourself? And I love what she said, some specific inputs and outputs you wanna manage. Like, she's such an AI geek. I adore her. But, like, so what are some inputs and outputs you wanna manage? Travel less, exercise more, family dinners weekly. Remember, I just talked about that, right? It gives AI a feature for whether anything you're doing or going after is actually serving what you want to achieve. And maybe there are some things that AI can help you with saying, do you really need 3 hours of Highlander every night or, Outlander every night, like, maybe just 1 episode, girl. So, definitely worth creating a goals document. And then, of course, 100% you wanna put your monetary goals in there too, right? So, I wanna make, 268,000 this year. Well, if I'm gonna do that, I better start doing some things. Claude, how do I do that? Pick up the phone is really yes, share more content, but guess what? A lot of it's pick up the phone, to people you love already, like, "Hello." Do more lives, that was the other thing, so, hello, I'm following Claude's examples. The third thing, the third business, because I really do have to jump on my WTIC call. And by the way, the women who are listening, dude, sorry, you're stuck with me on Substack. But if there are women listening to this call right now, let me grab the link, and pop it into chat. Join my school. It's free. You just have to be over 45 and consider yourself female, whatever that means to you. So yeah, you should do that. You should join my school right now. Yeah. So number three, did I pop it in there yet? Core business. Yes. Core business. So it's not an operations manual, although using Claude to create SOPs is amazing. But again, at a very high level, what does your business do? Who do you serve? Who's your ICP, your ideal client profile? Create a long ICP and a short ICP. This is where Whisper Flow comes in really handy. Whisper Flow is it's a voice to text tool, but it's so much more because you can do snippets with Whisper Flow. It's freaking amazing. And I can literally like press my option button. I'm a Mac user. I can press my option button and say my ICP, and it'll populate it. Like, look, I'll just do it right now in chat. My ICP. Or not. My short ICP. There we go. I think the long ICP was too long. So literally just command button, boom, done. So yeah, Whisper Flow. So when you create your core business doc for your AI, pull these pieces out of it and create little snippets because you'll use these over and over and over again. Because even though Claude or ChatGPT or whatever should know by now who your ideal client profile is, what your business is, who you serve, what your offers are, what your value prop is, what your moat is, what differentiates you from your USP, your unique selling proposition, what differentiates you from your competitions out there. Um, it should know that already, but talk about other things that it might not know about and that you don't want the world to know about. This is not a document you're going to share. Like, why did that podcast you tried 3 times not work? Why did you decide to exit? Why did those LinkedIn lives not work? What do you think? Why do you think? Who do you not want to work with? What was your biggest business fail that you never want to repeat again? So it's yes, everything you would expect to put into a core business strategy document, and it's other stuff too. And then she makes the really good she makes the really good suggestion of taking these documents or these questions or, what I've copied and pasted here for you, putting them into Claude and say, ask me questions for an hour. Ask me questions for an hour and build these docs for me. And then take it on the road. Like, use that with your phone. And you can use this with ChatGPT too, obviously. But like, go for a walk and have Claude ask you, like, literally, it can ask you voice in the voice function, or it can just write it. But you go for your walk, you ask your questions, Claude asks its questions, you answer the questions, and you just have this conversation. You answer the questions out loud. I would recommend using Whisperflow to do that. But yeah, it's an incredibly powerful way to make your content more effective. And it's about before you ever get into LinkedIn, right? Or LinkedIn, Jesus. You'd think I'd be past that by now, but no. Before you ever get into your AI, it's getting it to know who you really, 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 really are. I am putting my affiliate link to Whisperflow. Um, Best tool. Oh my God, I freaking love it. And it now finally works on your phone, and it works on your iPhone, but also it finally works on Androids, and it'll work on your PC, and it'll work on your Mac. So it'll work for all the things. Anyway, there we go. Are there any questions? I have a few more minutes and then I do have to jump off. Are there any questions at all about anything I talked about today? Go ahead and pop them into chat. And yeah, it's so good seeing these faces. Well, names with icons anyway. If there's any questions, go ahead and pop them into chat. Again, if you're a lady, join my school community. If you're not, just stay here on Substack with me. Check out Whisperflow if you're not using it yet. There is a free version, but yeah, I upgraded like immediately because the audio snippets are oh my God, it saves me so much time. And you know what's ironic for those of you who know me, I just noticed I didn't do a very great job on my makeup today. For those of you who know me, you know my last company, we literally transitioned into a software company, which was started out as an auto text. We've expanded way beyond that, but as an auto text expander. So I feel like a little like I'm cheating on my own company, my ex company, my old company. But yeah, Whisperflow, the voice snippets, holy crap, like saves you so much time. Let's see. Anything else? Any questions? Nope. Oh, here we go. Oh, yay. Yeah, the Allie Miller link. Let me pop that back in for you. Mhm. And I don't love her channel so much. I mean, it's okay. I love where she is the guest. Her get as a guest, she does another podcast with an English dude named Callum. I don't have it right now, but just like literally Google Allie K. Miller Callum, it'll pop up. Amazing, amazing stuff. Like basically, I listened to that and went, "Oh, okay, I want to be the Allie K. Miller for the like 50 plus crowd." This is my new goal in life. So like I may have put that into Claude. Anyway, any questions at all? So happy to see smiling faces. You know, okay, here's what cracks me up. I have like a whopping 400 subscribers on Substack, which I love you all. You're so great. And 48,000 or something on LinkedIn. I have more people who show up to my Substack lives than my LinkedIn lives. And this was a pop-up. Y'all didn't even know I was going to talk today. Neither did I. All right, honeys. I adore you. You are rock stars, even the dudes, especially. I see my guys there. You're all amazing. Go rock it today. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye, everyone.